Hi, I'm Kim Kasch, and I'm coming to you from Portland, Oregon. And it is mid-August, and I know that you might think I'm a little odd for starting so early, but I'm decorating for Halloween. And what I've done is I've cut out a bunch of different bats just out of some construction paper, and I have folded them, just kind of crimped them to make them look like they've got some form. Here, I'll come and show you. It's just where I think that maybe they should be pinched. I just pinch them here and then folded the wings a little bit, and I think it makes them look like they're more 3D. So I've got a bunch of these. Some of them I got from a template online, and some I got from a little booklet I had on Halloween decorations, and some of them I just cut out myself. And so those ones are probably not as good as the rest, but you can see I've got just a ton, and I'm going to put these around the house. So I've got some little ones. These came out of the book that I have, and I could just punch these ones out, and so they were easy to do. But that's one thing I've been doing. Another thing I've been doing is I've done these little cheesecloth ghosts, and last night I made a bunch of little witch hats. I'll show you a couple of them. These are just paper witch hats, and I think they're really cute. I thought about making garland out of them, but then I thought also perhaps they would be better on my little cheesecloth ghosts. And I tried to put the paper so that even if they have them on, you can see, you know, that it's not just, well, of course you can see it's paper, but so you wouldn't know it was paper. And then I've got this one, and then I've got, let me see if I've got another one. I've got this one. Hold on a second. Let me grab a couple. There's this one, and then I've got, you can see I did a whole bunch of different labels, and it made the little, so that it looks kind of like a ribbon. And I've got some that, let's see, I've got another one back over here. Let me grab it. There's just a bunch of different kinds that I did, and I just used tape. I didn't even use my hot glue gun because, you know, paper is easy to tape. And this was just a piece of paper I cut and just taped it a few places. But anyway, that's another little craft that I'm doing, is making all these little hats, and the cheesecloth ghosts, and the bats. So bats, hats. I'm also doing some rats. So anyway, what I'm doing today is I've been painting some, at the dollar store I got some just flat wood little pieces of, I'm going to see if I have any right here, just some different kinds of decorations. I did a haul, Halloween haul video, and I'll link to that up here or down below somewhere. And I got some, like, it looks like a haunted house, but it's just a flat piece of wood. And what I did is had my husband cut me a couple pieces of wood for the sides. I bought 2 of them, so that was $2. And then my husband cut me a piece of wood for either side, and then a little base piece, and I'll show you. And we glued that together and then put a clamp on it, and then used some painter's tape to hold it while it dried. And then what I did is I painted it with some black paint, and I mixed in some baking soda so that it would make it, give it dimension, you know, not just flat paint, so that it looks kind of like stone. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing how I made this little haunted house, and I'll post a picture so you can see what the haunted house looks like when it's done. And it was only $2 to make it. Of course, I had baking soda in my kitchen, and I had some black paint, so that, you know, doesn't count. I'm not factoring that in. And also some scrap pieces of wood that made the little bottom and the sides. But what I bought was just $2. And so if you're interested, just keep watching and you'll see how I made this little haunted house. Plus my daughter and her wife came over and we crafted together, and I'll speed that up just so you can see us painting the projects that we're working on. The girls made these beautiful candelabras that I'm hanging, and I'll post a picture of that too so you can see the finished product. But those came from Joanne Fabric and Crafts, and I think I paid $14.99 for each of the candelabra forms, but I had a 50% off coupon, so it was like about, you know, close to $8 a piece. And those are really nice. And if you're interested, just keep watching and you'll see what I'm talking about. So thanks for watching. So these are the two different frames that I used to make the little haunted house. And you can see that they're just flat little pieces of wood. But my husband was going to cut the wood for the sides, and we were going to kind of glue them together. And so also we needed a bottom piece. So that's what he did. And now we're just going to be painting our little pieces of wood. And you can see that the girls are working on the candelabras, which I showed you earlier. And they're just painting them, and then we're going to glitter them. Okay, so now I'm going to be working on the little haunted house. And you'll see the blue painter's tape that we used to hold it together after we glued it. And so all I'm going to do is pull off the painter's tape and then start painting the inside of it, because I didn't want to paint the inside until after we'd glued it, because you want to have a clean bond. So I mixed up the black paint with the baking soda, and now I'm just pulling off the blue painter's tape. And I had put some very light glitter on the outside. It's a real dark blue glitter. And so when I'm pulling off the painter's tape, I was a little concerned that it would pull off the glitter or some of the paint, but it didn't. And so that was good. Just on the sides, the bottom, and the inside, I need to paint it. And so I'm going to do that, but I just wanted to set some music so I could listen to that as I paint. And so I'm doing that, and then I'm going to paint it all, and I'm going to add a little bit of glitter again so that it matches the outside. But the baking soda makes it kind of look like there's stone, which is kind of cool because it's a old looking haunted house. At least that's the kind of effect that I'm going for. So you can see the side that we added. It was just a cheap piece of scrap, and then we put a bottom on it just so I could put flowers in it if I wanted, or candles. And I thought I will use LED little candles. So I'm going to paint now, and you can just keep watching. So one thing I wanted to remind you of is that with the baking soda in there, it tends to be a little messy. You can see clumps of it coming off, but that's what makes it look like actual stone. So the paint mixed with the baking soda makes it a little clumpy, so it does seem like there's a texture. So something like it's not just paint. Maybe not actual stone, but it does seem like it's something. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I'm just showing you the glitter on the outside. It's really subtle. But then what I wanted to do is to put it somewhere where it would look spooky. So I thought, oh, I need to add some curtains to my house. So one of the things I did is I got some black tulle and some silver tulle, and I put that up on the windows behind me so that I could have a nice setting for this little house. And I'm going to show you how I did that. What I did is I just took the silver tulle and I draped it up over the rod, and then I took the black tulle and put that over it. And I didn't sew it, I just tied it up there, and I think it turned out really well. And then I wanted to make some bows, which I made using the scraps left over from what I hung over the curtains. And I think it turned out pretty cute, and you can see it here. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified of my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.